Trayvon Diggs, who's been stepping up to challenges all season.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here are the Commanders making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what a performance in his last game. Couple of touchdown passes. That was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, this defense for the Lions, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you draw your quarterback? Make sure you see your guys open before you deliver. Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. Calling an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Lions will take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house. So they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
That's on the tackle, Penei Sewell.
Still 3rd down.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, Fields. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Santos' kick is up and through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the 1st quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. There,
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. And it's Washington that scoops it up. They find some open field here.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. They just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Those are the runs the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit. but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Gibson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Nothing to score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down, Fields. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Play action. It's Fields. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. Santos with the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Now the Washington offense going back to work. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the Gipper speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Working with a 2nd and 3. Straight ahead, Gibson.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
Off play action, Fields.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
He'll look to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, It's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
And the contact may have come too early.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side.
Still first
Got down for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Now it's Fields.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd have the rule of the roost here in this first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That's complete outright to the tight end, Tremble. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and 5.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, baby, get it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
6 DBs on the field for Washington on 3rd down. Fields now to throw. He's airing it out for Williams.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Here we go on fourth down. Fields. He's got this complete to Williams.
And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Fields. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we have come to halftime in what's already a two-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape. As we look around the NFL.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jamison Williams and the Lions get set for this next possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Fields.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Fields on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Throwing again on second and 10.
Fields.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Lions come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
Able to slither by. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Once more, Gibson.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
18 more yards there and another first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
They juked him. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
They'll run with Gibson.
Oh, good move.
And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson
with career touchdown number 60.
And the Commanders are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that cuts the lead to 24-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25.
So here are the Lions to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On 2nd down, Swift.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Before seeing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Going for the deep ball. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. And even 50 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Once again, it's Swift.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 4.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run right here with Swift.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Throwing on third down, Fields rolling to his right. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. 114 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. We'll find Gibson here complete. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
A give to Gibson running right. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
But the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown Lions. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Lions are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one. They'll probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. They'll set up a throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list.
And the Commanders have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Commanders 17.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And Detroit getting set to go now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
All right, just go ahead and say it with me. That was a
mistake.
Yeah, sure, without a doubt. Because at some point, put your foot in the ground, get upfield, and get down protecting the ball. Don't go out of bounds, because when you go out of bounds, you're really just helping the defense.
Yeah, not to be too hyperbolic, but it's like giving the D an extra timeout, isn't it?
It certainly is. Gives them a chance to regroup, and it means you have to snap the ball an additional time, which always means the possibility of a mistake.
Meanwhile, Fields throw into the hands of Pitts here.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Now Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
One more time with Swift.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
DeAndre Swift with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Washington ready to try again on offense. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That pass is caught by Hardy.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit.